First of all, on behalf of Chinese Consul General in Melbourne, I wish to extend my warm congratulations on the opening of Australia-China BusinessWeek 2012, and pay my tribute to all the people who have contributed their part to the development of bilateral relations over the past 40 years. In 1972, the leaders of our two countries opened the long-sealed door between us and built a bridge of mutual understanding and cooperation. Over the past 40 years, thanks to our joint efforts, China-Australia relationship have seen steady and healthy development. We can see not only we have increased mutual understanding and mutual benefits, but also bilateral cooperation in economy and trade, science and technology, education and culture has witnessed outstanding achievements. First and foremost, our political ties are further strengthened with frequent exchanges of high-level visits. In April 2011, the Honorable Prime Minister Qiang visited China and attended the second Australia-China Economic and Trade Cooperation Forum. And Honorable Qiang, the chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, paid an official visit to Australia. Last year, the third China-Australia Strategic Dialogue was held in Beijing, and the inaugural Australia-China Forum was launched in Canada. We can see more and more events about our leaders. Just the year before, our Vice President Xi Jinping visited Australia, Victoria, and Melbourne. I'm very glad he also got the time to see the Aussie football. So I like him. He is very popular in Australia. Our leaders will be more and more popular for the world. Our political relations have maintained a sound momentum of development, I think. Secondly, our economies are becoming more interdependent. The economic integration between us has never been so prominent. China is Australia's largest trading partner. Chinese market accounts for 25% of Australia's total exports. You can see, 10 years ago, it was only 5%. As for bilateral trade, the volume was only 113 million Australian dollar 4 decades ago. But now, the figure is a record high of 113 billion Australian dollars. Moreover, two-way investment keeps growing rapidly. According to Chinese commerce, by the end of 2011, Australia's actual investment in China was about $7 billion US, ranging widely from energy, minerals, manufacturing, to finance and other services. According to the Australian Treasury, In the financial year of 2011, China ranked the third among foreign investors in Australia in terms of annually approved value. But I have to say, the total stock of Chinese investment in Australia is still relatively small, with a share of less than 1%. It is far from matching China's status as Australia's largest trading partner. Thirdly, the culture, educational, and the people-to-people exchange between our two countries have yielded fruitful results. To promote mutual understanding and friendship between our two peoples, our two governments jointly initiated a Year of Australian Culture in China and a Year of Chinese Culture in Australia in 2011. The mutual visitors are over 1 million in 2011. We can see back to the 1972, it was very few, only about 1,000. Currently, China is Australia's fastest growing market of overseas tourists and the largest source of overseas students. By the end of 2011, China has set up 12 Confucius Institutes in Australia and 81 state-state or state partnerships in Australia. There is no doubt that a blossoming relationship between China and Australia has brought tangible benefits to our two people and serve the fundamental interests of our two countries. Looking forward to the next 40 years, we may envision a more mature and a cooperative relationship between China and Australia. With a fragile global economy and a turbulent international politics, we are facing another critical and historic choice like 40 years ago. What is the prospect of China and Australia relations in the years ahead? What should be done to ensure a thriving development of such relationship into the future? It is hard to make predictions about the future. Mr. Peter Drucker, father of modern management, once said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." In China, we also have such a saying like, "Take history as a mirror and look forward to the future." In my view, the useful experience and the lessons we have learned in the past 40 years may give us some key clues to the above questions. First of all, we need to strengthen mutual trust. In the past 40 years, we have learned a profound truth. The foundation of a stable relationship lies with mutual trust. Mutual benefits come only with mutual respect and mutual trust. The great mutual trusts are the area of cooperation goes. So long as we view each other positively, treat each other as partners rather than rivals, as opportunities rather than challenges, our cooperation will continue to thrive. Our relationship will continue to grow. Secondly, we need to expand areas of cooperation. Our two economies are strongly complementary in nature. China is the most populous country with huge market potentials. Australia boasts abundant resources and advanced technologies. We should pursue further cooperation in such areas as trade, investment, infrastructure, and tourism. China is undergoing unprecedented process of industrialization and urbanization and modernization, providing huge business opportunities for other countries, including Australia. How to bring these opportunities, how to achieve common prosperity? Deputy Prime Minister Wen Swan had already answered these questions at ACBW breakfast last March in Melbourne. He said Australia should grasp the chances by being on the right side of the history, just as it did 40 years ago. Thirdly, we need to enhance people-to-people contacts. The key to sound relationship lies in the affinity between our two people. We should work for closer exchanges between our two peoples, particularly the youth, to enhance their sense of togetherness, mutual understanding, and friendship. China warmly welcomes more Australians to study in China and participate in Chinese bridge competition, just like a land competition. This year, Victoria State launched the Hammer Scholarship Program, encouraging more Victorians to study Chinese in Jiangsu, China. I once again commend the Victorian government for its efforts to deepen bonds between our two peoples. I believe these efforts will definitely turn opportunity into more tangible benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, looking back at the past years and looking forward to the future, I'm convinced a sound and a stable relationship between China and Australia serves the fundamental interests of our two countries. Confucius, as everybody knows, the greatest Chinese philosopher, once said, at the age of 40, one will become more sophisticated, hence no longer confused. I think Australia and China, we know it. We have no confusion. With abundant experience gained in the past 40 years, I believe we have enough wisdom to get over any confusions, make the right choice of history, to join hands, to work for a more promising bilateral relationship. Thank you.